it is Wednesday the 24th of October, and in this video I'm just looking at the latest Lotto result. I'm going to analyse it to see if any of these numbers were predictable, and I'm going to try and predict some numbers for tonight's draw. Now, the machine that was used was Lancelot. It was set of balls 4. And this is a chart for Lancelot and set of balls 4 since the numbers went up to 59. So there hasn't been many draws since then where that machine and set of balls were used. Together there's only been about a dozen draws. So let's look at Lancelot and sets of balls 1 to 4 and see where the winning numbers were. That's where they were on this chart. So you can see that 46 is on the edge of the chart, and so is number 12. And if we look at the current trend, which is machines Guinevere and Lancelot and sets of balls 1 to 4, as you can see in the recent draw history, then when we do that we get this chart, and this is where the winning numbers were on there. Now if we look at all machines and sets of balls that have been in use since the main numbers went up to 59, then this is what the chart for that looks like, and I'll show you where the winning numbers were on there. So that's where they were. Now this is where all the other numbers were. So they weren't most outstanding on that chart, but if we narrow it down to just the machine that was used, then we get a different picture. So now the chart looks like this, and according to this, the number that is most overdue for its frequency is number 12, and that's one that came out in the last draw. So when we look at the machine that was used and all the sets of balls that have been in use since the numbers went up to 59, then number 12 stands out on that chart. So what that means is that if we looked at this and seen number 12 standing out, we might have been able to predict it from that. Now number 12 is the only number that I actually got. So if we look at a chart for number 12 and expand that to all machines, and let's see where the winning numbers were on there. So 40 stands out a bit because it's second most overdue, and it's on the edge of the chart as well, but it doesn't stand out mathematically according to my analysis. What does stand out is these numbers, but they didn't come out. So let's have a look at a chart for each other number then, see if anything stands out. So the chart for 18 looks like this. That's where the winning numbers were. And the chart for 40 looks like that. That's where the winning numbers were, so you can see 12 on the edge. Chart for 42, and winning numbers on that, that's where they were. And then 46, let's see where the winning numbers were on that. That's where they were. And then 59, and this is where the winning numbers were on that. So far the only one that stands out is number 12, and that was with Machine Lancelot. So now let's have a look at set of balls number 4 and see where the winning numbers were on that chart. So on that one we've got 42 on the edge of the chart, and number 18 as well, second most frequent, but they don't stand out enough to be predictable. Now if we look at number 12 and set of balls 4, see now it's getting a bit impossible to see anything on that chart, because there's only been 6 draws where set of balls 4 was used and number 12 came out since the numbers went up to 59. So not a very high level of coincidence in that winning combination, but if we look at the current chart as it is now that those numbers have come out, so this is the main chart for all machines sets of balls since the numbers went up to 59. And what we've got on this chart is 24 most overdue, 29 most overdue for its frequency, and 54 is the most frequent. So if we look at a chart for 29, which is the most outstanding number at the moment, then it says number 37 is most overdue for its frequency. It's also most frequent with 19, and 47 is the one that's most overdue to occur with 29. So there's some outstanding numbers to consider when you're picking your numbers for tonight's draw. So I'll be putting 29 and 37 on. One number up pick on 29, possibly a 2 number on 29 and 37. Now if we look at a chart for 37, then it's saying the same thing about 29, most overdue for its frequency. So that pair is very strong together. And if you notice as well, 24, which is the most overdue, is also one of the 2 most overdue with 37, so possibly a 3 number up pick there. So if we look at a chart for 24, then on that chart we've got number 12 again, which is most overdue for its frequency. We've got 38 most frequent with 24, and quite a lot of numbers that have not yet been drawn with 24, because it doesn't seem to have been out very often. So let's just have a look at the chart for number 12 now, see how that's changed. And if we look at the gap chart for number 12, the current gap is 1, and that 1 needs to move further to the left on this gap chart, so there's a good chance that number 12 might come out again in the next draw, so I might pick number 12 for that reason. But anyway, I'm going to narrow it down to the current trend so that we get higher levels of coincidence. Now, the current trend is Guinevere and Lancelot, sets 1 to 4. So now on this chart, when we narrow it down, so 57's most overdue for its frequency with 12. So I might make a note of that. So anyway, when we narrow it down to the current trend, we've still got 29 most overdue for its frequency. So another reason to pick that number. Most frequent is 54 and the most overdue is number 4. So let's see what goes well with 29 when we're looking at the current trend then. So numbers are quite bunched up together on this chart, but the one that stands out is number 18. So I might just choose that one for tonight's draw. So that basically concludes this video now, and there's the chart for you to look at when you're picking your numbers for tonight's draw. I hope it helps you to win, and bye for now.